We now return to Let's Play Zeus in the custom adventures of the Odyssey. The Trojan War is near its end, and Penelope eagerly awaits the return of her husband Odysseus. Help her prepare the way for Odysseus to come home.
My dear cousin, the war has been raging for nearly 10 years now, and I sorely miss my husband, our king, Odysseus. I believe that the tide will soon turn for our men, and that Paris, Hector, and the rest of that dastardly Trojan lot will meet with defeat. Soon Odysseus will be home. The war has not been easy on any of us. Odysseus and his comrades have known great hardship in the battlefields, and we here at home have seen the horrors of war firsthand. With Ithaca left vulnerable by our king's absence, a marauding band of Trojans destroyed our fair city. I want you to help me prepare Ithaca for her king's return. While I busy myself stocking the king's home with the finest luxuries, I want you to call upon your well-known skills and rebuild Ithaca. Odysseus has looked upon destruction for 10 long years. I don't want that sight to greet him upon his return home. Make sure that Ithaca is a thriving, bustling city that will please the king's eyes. Please carry out my request with joy in your heart. Our king will soon be home. Yours, Penelope.
Alright, pretty straightforward, but not actually that great. We got very awkward building spaces, and all the resources that we need are going to meet with disaster eventually, like, for example, here. You would think this would be a fantastic building spot, very big, very open, and at the end of the campaign, the adventure, we will have lava and earthquakes and the Cyclops. So actually, we end up having to cram the city into these very awkward spaces over here, which I'm going to do now. Alright, this is just going to be real ugly. I'm going to have like a little distribution area here, 2 wings of that, and then for the elite housing, maybe down here. And that is going to be one hell of a drag, pull all that stuff from up here, but I think that's the best bet for that, where it's going to be the safest. So the earthquake happens here, and the lava is like right here. So that leaves me room to have this. Maybe the temple to Zeus we'll need, and then I think we can do Hera, maybe Hermes here. I think we need one to Hephaestus as well. Those are both actually pretty small. We could probably put those side by side right here. So, here we go. Hello? Just that road because we can. So yeah, they got a real long, winding road they gotta go down to get all the way over here. Population milestone. First things first, let's not forget. Go ahead and get these. Yeah, I'm going to be putting tons of roadblocks in here. It's actually a really bad spot for that. Oh well. It's not like I can put it anywhere else. Okay, and then one over here too. Yeah, I was real disappointed. I'd forgotten this map completely, and I was looking at this, and I was like, man, my city layout will actually fit in here in an L shape. And then I was actually watching the episodes, and I was like, oh, I can't do that anymore. So the first thing we need to do, we need to get people into a homestead or better, and that is fleece. But in order to be able to afford that, we're going to need an industry. Okay, we'll have plenty of people. So the industry we're going to choose is wine, because we can double that to Sparta and Venetos. And a really bad idea. I'm going to start putting that right up in here. The Kraken is going to come in here and going to make mayhem of everything in here, but anything else is going to take for damned ever to bring along. So, yeah, let me figure out optimal layout here, because we gotta. I think I gotta have like the guy up in here, and then he'll wander this way, for like the growers and shit, and then down here. Oh. Alright, I realized I was getting ahead of myself here. I was just worried about my bottom line, but I think we'll be fine for a little bit. What we need is fish first. And we should be safe. I do think maybe a tidal wave comes along. I don't remember if it's up here or down here. Right now, this is about the only fishing spot that's nearby. Eventually, once we get rid of Scylla and the Kraken, we'll have these up here. But again, that's going to take a very long ways to go to get to me. I'm still not sure if maybe I want to do the elite housing here or up here. I think I could fit that and an Athena's temple here, so maybe we'll just keep it nearby, especially since all the wine and olive oil and crap will be up here. It'll be a lot easier. But anyway, I'm just going to let this go for a little bit longer, because we still need more people. Troy withers. The city of Troy has fallen into disarray and has gone into isolation, separating itself from the world. Any relations you may have had with the city have been severed. Perfect. Perfect, because they were getting kind of upset. At least my other rivals here are apathetic. Good. We may not have to worry about being invaded for some time. Could probably keep filling that in. Right, let's get on it here, because events are on a timer. Troy withers away. Troy is no more. It's as if it's been wiped off the face of the earth. Well, you know, this is after the back of the last episode where we did defeat them. You should be able to make it there. Alright, 40 people. We need to begin distribution. I'm not sure how appeal is going to work over here, but get. And we might be able to start putting some goats up here. I would probably still want to finish off more fisheries, because we're going to need that for some time. May as well just finish them all off. Looking 30 people. Alright. Well, let's see. Based upon that layout, this is going to be a little bit different now, since I've got that going. And I could still fit more in here as well. How did I have this? Okay, that doesn't need that, and that can have 3 more there. Now with this sticking out, though, we're going to end up with a space in here. Well, I'm not really sure, but we can continue at least filling in. Deal with whatever comes, whatever I didn't account for. We just need more people. More. Let's pull that back. Military decline in Ismaris. Our spies have uncovered an interesting tidbit. Lukos of Ismaris has dismissed much of his military. That's up here. Speed this up, speed it up more. Economic decline. Oh, maybe the entire region's going to shut down. That could be interesting. Right. Yeah, but this little spot down here, there aren't any other spots in this area. But this little spot, at least, will be isolated from the Kraken and Scylla, unless they decide to wander quite a distance. But again, that is not where we want to... Right. It's not where we want to primarily put all of our things. So, now this is going to be a walk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, well, we do have other spots for growers. I know goats really aren't all that good unless you have a lot of them. And let's see, they can't go diagonal through little corners like that, and it's a real pain in the ass to get around here because they have to go all the way here. So we'll probably be ignoring that back end. Do maybe like the olive trees here and the wine down here. So we'll just keep our little goats. Oh. Little goats up here on this plateau.
Satyrs alive! I've never seen so many people out of work before.
Oh, it's really not that bad. Okay, but anyway, we should probably get started on that economy. So let's do a grower's lodge. Yeah, alright, fine. Do them here. And we're going to get started. Well, as I said, wine is the best choice, I think. Given that it is something I can sell to 2 people. That is not wine. That is not wine. Dummy. They swapped that on me? Because I swear grapevine used to be on the bottom. Employees need it. Yeah. Now you're singing a different tune, aren't you? Now there's not enough people. Right, that is probably more than enough to the point that I probably should have just put... Oh, fuck me. God damn it. Shit. To the point I should probably just have it closer. As you can tell, I didn't really plan this one out, unlike previous episodes. Right. There. That should be more than enough. I think they can walk through there, but if not, they can get up that way. Tornadoes. 80 people. If I do put Athena over here, we'll have more growers in this area anyhow. Population milestone. Still not a lot of fish, despite it all. And one thing we will have to do is actually have a halfway point here. So, alright, let's get these people started.
I can't wait to pick out the finest food for my customers. I wouldn't want them to go hungry.
Alright, there you go. So let's go ahead and get this guy started here. It's going to be coming off of... Well, let's see. Close that off there. I could fit a fishery here. Now that guy has to go a long ways, but they can still get it. Again, anything I put along here is going to be destroyed by the Kraken. But that's why we want to do it during this episode, so that we can actually make some money. Tornadoes is probably my best bet first. Yeah, because then they could also take... well, nothing that I can make right now. But let's do a Tornadoes. Let's not do a Tornadoes. Shit then. Because he's not going to go all the way down there if I put it here, so we're going to have to work backward. Which I guess... Now I had wanted to save these spots along here for manufacturing. So I guess if I maybe plunk that there... I said if I plunk that there, unclick, this will only accept cheese, and then that should get from there. And then we're going to have, let's see, what are we going to have? I can put 2 piers right there. Then maybe another fisher or something. It's real awkward. I don't think he's going to go the whole way. Maybe we'll just end up skipping that. Maybe we'll just skip that. Or it could eventually be like a trireme. I don't have that right now, but I think a trireme will fit there. 2, 3. Maybe. Let me. Okay, yes, it will. And then it goes back 2. So, like that. Better. So eventually we'll need the trireme. I don't know how far we want to... For now, let's just... I can always move this crap. Alright. That's that. Let's get that going. Need no workers. There are many more coming in, though. They will immediately be put into the winemaking industry. No, that is not going to be for some time. October? Alright. Soon enough, though. So, tomatoes. And... a winery. Alright. They may wish to leave space so they can get up in there. Start off with 3. Main games. 8 people. 160 more yet to come. Probably should get a palace down so I can start collecting taxes, because we are in a bit of hurt. Start selling all of that right now. Cheese coming down, maybe? Maybe somebody will bring cheese down? I do not know what I want to do with this. I could squeeze it in here. Shit. That's not what we want. But now if I'm going to have another little thing down here, it can't get there. That could be a problem. Potential traffic problem. I might just end up getting rid of that and then bringing it over here anyway. Oh, it doesn't go all the way. It doesn't go all the way down there. I see. That's a little bit of a problem then, isn't it? That might go all the way. I will have to remember that. Anyway, we need to put down this damn palace somewhere. If I want to save room for the temples, this does collapse. This does collapse. You know what? I'm not doing anything out here. I don't think there's going to be anything in here. Yeah, let's just put that here. Maybe I can off-kilter it like that. Because I think, well, maybe I was going to drag it, whatever. Clean you out. Put the palace right there, so that we can begin collecting taxes. I don't think these guys put any taxes forward. We probably want to grow them next. But we are grossly. underemployed here. We do still have some grapes, so let's get that going. Again, this is going to be my money, so... And we're coming up on it, too. That's not great. Now, hopefully... I don't know where they come from, but hopefully those guys will make it over here. It doesn't say that it's blocked off. They should be able to navigate these little islands. Ah, there he is. Curious where he comes from, but that's not important. Alright. So, 800 people in a homestead or better. Now, the thing about that is we are going to also require fleece. And that is going to be Pylos. Yeah, it's only Pylos. And they will buy olive oil, so that's the next bit then, I guess. We are down on that. So let's go ahead and get our culture going. That built up. I think I'm only going to focus on one housing block. I mean, just this was enough to get me started, but I really want to focus purely on raising the one. And we can also put this in here. Get a few, maybe if we need them. See, since we are importing this, let's only get 16. Good to see we're full on the food. Now, one thing I would... Well, I don't have a choice there. I guess what I could do... Depends on what our money situation is like. Now, let's keep going. By the end of the episode, I'll see, and maybe what I'll do is I'll start importing all materials that I can get for the temple, so we can have that ready to go. Except nobody sells wood? Well, that's an issue. They do sell bronze, so I could at least start that, but, only my rivals, and I have no... I mean, surely you don't expect me to have hoplites right now so I can go conquer them. Maybe they give themselves over to me. Maybe they volunteer to become vassals or something in the next episode. I don't know. I'll have to watch the episodes again to find out what comes next. Zeus Heaven does not have a walkthrough for this scenario for some reason. We are making money, though. Oops. Alright, so we got plenty of people now. It's time to get an olive oil thing going up. I am fairly certain they can traverse this. But just in case. Okay, that looks to be enough. Let's see, we're not really hurting on the food situation, so I guess I will go ahead and... Yeah, we can just do 5 and 5. Or, see, that one will walk by. I have another spot? I do not. I'm not sure if I want to save that spot or not. For a, you know, storehouse. But I think I can get a couple of presses in here. I guess I could put a press here. I was going to save that for a winery. We got plenty of space, actually. Oh yeah. Okay. I'll put all of the olive presses down here. And if we need another one, I could... Yeah, whatever. Put that there. Put that there. Still plenty of people, so let's get some presses. Oops. I did say I was going to put them down here, but, you know. Wait and see. Okay, we're a little out of the grapes. Got a little too many for that, then. We might actually end up putting another grower. Actually, a grower right here wouldn't be bad. That's a straight shot. So, knowing that, we can't keep wine for them going, so we won't be selling wine. Naming games conclude. Won't be selling wine. Let's see, Pylos. I was going to save that spot for Sparta, but we may as well put Pylos here. Get that going as well. As I said, they only need fleece. So we'll buy 8. Keep an eye on it. Food situation's good. We cannot sell that. Unfortunately. We can sell the other crap. So I guess if I am maybe a little bit much on that, we're only selling that to whom? Actually, Tenedos would buy it. Right? I mean, may as well. Let's sell like 4 of those so we don't sell all of our food. Every little bit helps. $15 people. Or 15% of people. We got a shit ton of people. We're going to need more because we need 800. We're at 1,000. Okay, we might end up deleting some houses out of that. Because the next step is the peddlers. How are we doing on the money? Seem to be doing pretty well. I lost a lot, but that was all, well, half of, yeah, construction. It was all construction. So we don't need to worry about that. But right now our exports are far exceeding our imports. So this year's going to be a very good year. And as I said, with that in mind, shit, we might want another Grower's Lodge here. We're not... Alright, put another Grower's Lodge down. And, well, that one at least will be covered. And I could actually put, you know what? Too little food, huh? Okay. I am not sure I understand that, but okay. Guess we will not be selling that then. Because I can't trust that we are producing enough. See, goats. I think I can put a few goats just in this little corner. We'll be able to get to that, but they will not be able to wander that way. Shortcut. Kind of shitty. Anyway. 10%. But yeah, like having a fisher right here to feed fish into this. Yeah, they took out way too many. I was expecting a transfer of all this cheese, though. That's the thing. I wasn't worried about the food, but I guess now we need to be a little bit... Okay. Now we're backing up on the wine again, and since that is where my money is coming from, let's go ahead and get another... Well, actually, we can do maybe a couple presses. Given that... Ship. There's a few more fisheries we can put around here. Let's continue to do that while we can. Hopefully the Kraken will be a little bit gentler, like he was in the first one, where he only had to come and destroy 1, maybe 2 buildings, and then he'll leave. Losing this, though, is going to be a huge thing. That's probably going to be the first thing he goes after. I guess I do have this little spit out here as well as this whole thing. So we got plenty of places to put triremes if we need. Other things, I guess I could also, if I really wanted to, put one of those transfers, or the transfers, what the fuck am I talking about? The piers over there. How did he get stuck that he didn't go over here? Because I saw him walk that way before. Damn it. Alright. Get rid of that preemptively. I guess what I may have to do then is cut this off in a separate direction once we go up this way. Yep. Alright. Well, just so I can end the episode, I'll go ahead and do this, but I really do think it would behoove me to maybe stick around and build up and get some stuff for the temple in future coming up, which means I would have to grow this a little bit longer. But yeah, just to end the episode, do LP1, start distributing that fleece, and away we go. Speed up. Appeal. Appeal is my nemesis right now. Alright? We're gonna have to pull back on that. We should be able to get away with just that for now.
My dear cousin, Troy has fallen, and all of its residents have abandoned the city, leaving nothing but ruins. All in Greece are praising my husband for the ingenious plan that led to Greek victory. Why anyone would want a huge wooden horse is beyond me. Trojans, when will they ever learn? Odysseus' home is ready for his arrival, and you have worked wonders in Ithaca. The city is even more beautiful than I had imagined it could be, thanks to your remarkable skills. I can't wait to see Odysseus' reaction to his kingdom. He can't get here soon enough. Yours, Penelope.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'll do some off-camera work to kind of build up some supplies. So nothing really important to miss. I'm pretty sure we have to conquer somebody in the next episode, so maybe it would actually behoove me to build up some armor instead. Just get that ready. We will actually need... Anyway, I'll end this one here. I'll see you next time.